across the crazy Friday afternoon traffic on those highways. Our friend Robbie Phillips. Robbie, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Great to have you here, and it's been fun going back and forth, getting to know you a little bit here over the last couple of weeks. And we like to just start out with anything you'd like to play. So whatever you'd like to play, we'd love to hear.
All right. I wrote this song for Amy, who's here with me tonight. It just kind of hit me. It's what she means to me. Hope that's not too deep.
Sounds perfect.
From the first time that I saw you, knew I'd never be the same. From the first night that I held you, I knew that everything would change. When I'm with you, the world don't feel so cold. It's funny how you make it all stand still. You heal the part of me that you never broke. My soul can breathe because the love is real. And the stars spoke to each other, and the ocean swallowed the moon, and all the rivers of the earth flowed in rivers for me and you. For me and you. For me and you. From the first time that I saw you cry, I knew that everything changed. And from the first time you said goodbye, I knew I'd never be the same. When I'm with you, the world don't feel so cold. It's funny how you make it all stand still. You healed the part of me that you never broke. My soul can breathe because the love is real. And the sky opened to heaven, and the forest sang me a song, and the mountain gave me the message all along. And the stars spoke to each other, and the ocean swallowed the moon, and all the rivers of the earth flowed in rivers for me and you. For me and you. For me and you. For me and you.
Robbie Phillips,
live here.
Robbie Phillips, that's good enough. Great imagery. Rivers of the earth flowed in reverse from me to you. Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
I have no idea where that came from.
Well, that's when they're the best. They come from a secret place out there.
The universe.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Robbie, we always like to roll back the clock and learn a little bit about our guests. background and going up. You came from North Carolina originally?
Yes, sir. Born and raised, Cone Hospital. Grew up in Brown Summit, just right outside of Greensboro. Spent my whole life, doing a 50-mile lap around Guilford County.
And
Nice.
back in the home place growing up, was there much music?
Yeah, lots. My grandparents raised me from birth,
Uh-huh.
and
Nice.
my grandmother was very involved in her church, and I used to have to back up a gospel quintet with a bow tie, and the puffy shirt, and I
Awesome.
hated it, I wanted to play Hank Williams Jr., not gospel hymns, but looking back, it was a great foundation to, just to learn the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And guitar was your first instrument then?
Yeah,
And
totally.
roughly how old were you?
5.
Nice.
I just, banging on it, dragging it around the house, nothing serious, but lessons at 7 and just figured it out from there.
Excellent.
With a lot of help.
So where'd that guitar come from?
My dad.
Your dad gave you a guitar at 5?
Yeah. He lived in South Carolina. He was remarried at the time, and he had an old electric guitar in his closet. And I remember I used to open the door and look at it, and I just thought it was like a spaceship. It was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. And the next year for Christmas, he gave it to me.
Awesome.
Nice.
It changed my life.
That was a good choice for him to make.
Yeah, thank you. He gave me that gift. He actually was a really good player and singer, and back in the day. Sorry, Pop, if you're listening.
No, this is sort of stories we love to hear. Well, we're going to learn a lot more about your history and what brought you to songwriting and your songwriting process and all those great things. But first, we want to get as much of your fine music in as we can. So what do you have for us next?
The next one I got on taps, a song called Surrender. And there's a theme going here. Most of these songs are about Amy, but this is the first song I wrote for her when we met. And this is one of those songs that came to me, and just a lot of times I have to work on them and they end up not being that good. But this song just came to me, and I never had to write it down or anything. It was just there. And it's just a song about just surrender and just surrender to whatever's in front of you. So. Collided unexpectedly. Should have seen it, but I was too sick to see. Explosive emotion released from the cage. Where do we go now? Why is it painful when we turn the page and surrender to what I know is right? 'Cause you're my mirror and I need you, and I need your light. I've been down and broken for far too long. I surrender 'cause I need you to be my song. Yeah. Picture an empty glass of wine. Now she dances in the moonlight, barefoot outside. All I can do now is hold you in the back of my mind. But that's good enough for me until you decide to try and surrender to what I know is right. you're my mirror, and I need you, and I need your light. I've been down and broken for far too long. I surrender, 'cause I need you to be my song. I surrender, yeah, yeah, yeah. I surrender, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, he snuck a hard stop on us.
Thanks, fellas. I'm sorry.
Robbie Phillips live here on Pass the Hat, and you've heard Robbie mention Amy a couple of times. Y'all don't go away. You will get an introduction to her towards the end of this live segment.
Guitar at 5 years old, lessons at 7 years old, but writing songs is something different. What, always interested, what makes somebody think they're going to write a song? Anyway, how about you?
I have no idea. It usually starts with just sitting down with the guitar and just messing around, and I'll find something like a chord progression that I like. Most of my songs are really simple, 2, maybe 3 chords, and then the lyrics will come after I find like a rhythm on a song. Occasionally driving down the road, just whistling a tune in my head or something like that, and then I'll record it in my voice memo on my phone, and it just, I can't really explain when it happens. It seems like it comes in spurts. Write 3 or 4 songs, and then I'll go 6 months and I can't write anything.
I think that's the
Can't
way
write
it
a
is
thank
for,
you note,
way
you
it
know?
is for a lot of people.
The muse hits you and you just got to do it. But
Yeah.
when did it start for you? You started playing at 5 and lessons at 7, so I'm sure you progressed through learning riffs from songs that you liked, and at some point you wrote your own song.
Honestly, it was after high school. I really remember it vividly. It was like 18 years old, okay, you graduated, bye. And I moved out on my own, and then it hit me like, okay, I'm on my own. And up until that moment, I sang songs from my favorite bands and played in bands and stuff like that. And it was like, I need to say something myself. It's not all butterflies and rainbows. Now I need to say something, of my own. So it was shortly after high school.
I think you'd mentioned that maybe it was the previous song sort of came out pretty quickly all at once, but then you just alluded to that sometimes that's not always the case. It takes some pulling along. So it is a normal thing for you to spend a bit of time on a song?
Yeah, it's crazy because I'll get an idea, and I'll get just like one lyric. Like, I think the greatest lyric ever written was like John Cougar wrote, "Life goes on, long after the thrill of living is gone."
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had wrote that lyric, but I'll come up with a lyric not that good. And I'll say, man, I'm going to turn this into the best song of our generation. And I'll work on it for weeks and weeks, and I'll end up like, what was I thinking? And then something will just come out of the blue and stick with me, and I'll play it out, and people will like it. It's hard to explain.
It helps to just set it aside and not
Yeah.
look at it for a little bit and,
Exactly.
and come back.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of lyrics in the trash bin, and I won't think about them for months or even a couple years, and then I'll pull it out, and it'll work with something else I'm working on.
That's fun, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like putting a car together.
So how do you save all of those lyrics and ideas for songs and partially finished songs?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, so many that I've forgotten that I wish I had remembered. You know
I remember
what I mean?
David Crosby, decades ago said his only advice for songwriters was take a notebook everywhere you go because you think you're going to remember it and you're not going to remember it.
You can't. It's not possible.
Right.
Yeah.
People are saying, Bob, what's a notebook?
I know. Sorry, I'm showing my age. We have pocket computers now. You can just yell things into it and it'll save it for you.
I still write mine all on paper. And I save them all on paper, just stacked up there. And it is fun to go back to them and kind of, say, forgot I wrote that.
Oh, yeah, that's a good lyric.
Yeah. or a bad one, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Everybody, we are here with Robbie Phillips. You can learn all about Robbie's adventures out on Facebook, just Robbie Phillips like it sounds. And we're going to hear from Amy Gordon a little bit later in the show. Amy is a noted artist in the widest version interpretation of the word over in Greensboro, and Amy's going to do some spoken word for us in the second half of the show. Just delighted that you're both here, and can't wait for what you have for us next.
Yeah, huh? Play us all the music, Robbie.
Okay.
We hope you
thanks.
brought a lot with you.
Thanks, man. I did. I prepared notes like you were saying on paper.
How about that?
The next song I want to play is called "Finding My Way." It means a lot to me. I was sitting on the steps of my grandma's house last summer, like 2:00 in the morning, and I had my nephew's guitar. My nephew's a phenomenal guitar player. He's like 18 years old at the time, and way better than I ever was. But he had let me borrow his guitar, and I started playing these chords, and I just thought about where I was in life. And I'm just trying to find my way, and I thought, well, when I was in high school, I was trying to find my way. When I was in my 20s, I was trying to find my way. And I've had people come up to me when I've played out and said, man, I really like that song. I think it's relatable because it doesn't matter what age you are. I think everybody's just trying to find their way, But it's the verses of it are sort of like a love song, but the chorus of it is just kind of find your way back to who you were before the world just told you who to be. That's what it's about.
Amen.
So. I sat down, told her exactly how I feel. She sat there, and hung on every word. A seed was planted, just needed her water to grow. Well, I'm so grounded, woke up this morning, home in my soul. Finding my way, walking out of the night. I'm in the middle of the grave, looking for light. Finding my way back to myself. I don't give a damn who I am to anyone else. Finding my way, finding my way. I said I love you, and your hazel eyes told me the same. You need me to trust you, hope that my blue eyes somehow explain. Finding my way, walking out of the night. I'm in the middle of the grave, looking for light. Finding my way back to myself. I don't give a damn who I am to anyone else. Finding my way, Thank you very much. Thank y'all. Appreciate that.
Good you brought your own crowd to whoop it up tonight,
That's
because it'd be really boring otherwise.
It
We
really
approve.
would. It really would.
We like an audience.
Robbie, we talked about good many times you have to spend your time on a song and bring it along and wait for it to arrive. How do you know when it's there?
You don't. You don't. I swear, every song. I've probably got, seriously, a catalog of like 70 to 80 songs. And there's only like 2 that I'm really proud of. I listen to, and I'm like,
Well, it's more than that we're really proud of.
Right.
Seriously.
All good so
You
far.
need
Thank you very
you must
much.
be using the old math. You need to
Thank you
need to
very
use the
much.
new math.
But it's just, I go back and listen to them like, man, I wish I'd have said that, or I wish I'd have done this on the guitar, and I wish I'd have done it. Because I enjoy playing guitar more than I do singing and playing, or singing and writing, but, just guitar playing don't pay the bills unless you are lucky enough to play for like Keith Urban.
But
or
wait,
something like that,
you're paying the bills with songwriting?
Oddly enough, I've put myself in a position in the past year and a half to where I've done construction work all my life. I really have. I've swung a hammer all my life. And I've put myself in a position in the past year and a half where it's close.
All right, that's
I can
good
almost
news.
hang the tool belt up. I still have to work like everybody.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not as hard as it was.
Well, and it's nice to be able to work because you want to and not work because you have to.
Yeah, that's all the difference in the world.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I'm still working on it. I got a long way to go, but I'm getting there. And I never thought, I want to say this, at 56 years old, I'd be in this position. Just a few years ago, I stood at my kitchen window at night just waiting for the comet that's screaming towards Earth to bring me sweet relief, and then my life completely flipped. And that's part of my music is a message, like, don't give up. No matter what, don't give up.
Was there any particular thing that caused your life to flip, or was this just sort of a gradual change in perception that you noticed after a while?
It started at 50 years old. I was like, dear God, I'm getting ready to turn 50. And I looked myself in the mirror and I said, you know what? I don't like you very much.
So you made a conscious decision to change.
Yes, sir. You have work to do. And then 5 years later, I met my person. And that made all the difference. I did 10%. She did the other 90.
It's good to have those people.
Yeah. And the sad part is a lot of people will live their entire lives and never find that. But for the lucky ones that do, it's awesome.
Yeah.
You're
Enjoy
going to
it.
have to share that chocolate now. I hope you know after.
Well, not now, in 7 minutes.
Yeah, we will get to the chocolate here, everybody, in a minute. We are with Robbie Phillips. Get out there on Facebook. And Robbie, when you listen to you talk about your songs, you don't know when they're ready or you don't like them or this and that. When you're out playing in public, do you pay any attention to what people think?
Absolutely.
It makes a difference to you?
Absolutely. I gotta plug a friend of mine, Chris. I play with a guy named Chris in Greensboro a lot. He's one of the best friends you could ever ask for. And
Chris Myers?
Chris Evett.
Chris Evett, okay.
Yeah. And he owned Fuzzy Ducks in Greensboro back in the day, back in the 80s, bar downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Been in bands all his life, just a super guy. But we play together a lot. And when we play together, I do notice, because, when you're playing, people are in a bar and they're talking and there's a lot of noise, and, and that's cool. It's what they're supposed to do. You're supposed to socialize. But when we play certain songs, I can tell when it gets quiet.
That's cool.
All of a sudden, people are listening.
Yeah, exactly. And it feels good. It feels good.
Well,
to
some of
be
these
listened
songs
to.
that are in the trash bucket still that you don't feel good about, you got to every once in a while pull out ones that you think have a chance and float those out there.
See if it lands.
Right. You might get a nice surprise.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Well, Robbie, we have before the top of the hour when we have to do some business. Time for one more song, if you'd be so kind.
Absolutely. All right, this song is called So. And I wrote this one about, like, you meet somebody and for the first 3, 4, 5 months, everything's great. It's just wonderful. And then you get to know each other. The skeletons come out of the closet and, you might have an argument or something like that. And it's sort of about my own demons inside my head, like dealing with that. I don't know. But the song's called So. you like me now? Since my darkness showed up somehow. So I don't know who you are. I've been buried underneath her scars, but the demons that watch over me gonna keep me from flying. And this angel on earth that I see gonna keep me from dying. So, how do you like me now? Since my darkness showed up somehow. So, I don't know who I am. Does anybody even give a damn? But the demons that watch over me gonna keep me from flying. And this angel on earth that I see gonna keep me from dying. So, how do you like me now? Thank you. That's a very complicated chord progression right there, as you can tell.
And that was Robbie Phillips live here on Pass the Hat.
Everybody, we are reaching the top of the hour, and we are encumbered by the authorities under penalty from the Supreme Court of the United States to say we are WHUP LP Hillsborough. The show is Pass the Hat. We are here and have been for the last 10 going on 11 years every Friday from 6 to 8 o'clock. Bob, we're fortunate to have an hour 2 sponsor that Robbie is beautifully demonstrating.
That's right. Support for this second hour of Pass the Hat is sweetly provided by Matthews Chocolates, 104 North Churton Street, Hillsborough, North Carolina, the finest in chocolate and chocolate accessories for all of your chocolate needs. And let's face it, we all have chocolate needs. Every guest on Pass the Hat gets a gift of chocolate from Matthew. We don't know what's in the box, but we know that it's wonderful. And this is your weekly reminder that every holiday is a chocolate holiday. When you're thinking of gifts, head over to Matthews and he will hook you up.
If you're listening to tonight's show on WHUPFM.org, as we hope you're listening to many dozens of our wonderful shows here at the station that are pretty much 24/7, Monday through Sunday. I almost got off track there. There's another way that you can enjoy Pass the Hat. Bob, tell people about our enhanced multimedia presentation.
Oh, that's right. For 1 hour during our 2-hour show, we are a television station essentially. We are live streaming what happens here in the studio. You can catch that live stream at WHUP Pass the Hat, at WHUP Pass the Hat on your favorite streaming services. And your favorite streaming services are YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Facebook and Twitch will keep those streams for 2 weeks. YouTube keeps them forever, at least for now. So you can go out to Facebook and Twitch and see this week's show and see last week's show. You can go out to YouTube and you can see an amazing archive of regional and touring live music acts that we've had here on Pass the Hat. You can go out and see the live videos out there. And you can also head out to WHUPFM.org and hear every show we've ever broadcast over the past going on 11 years now.
One more time on the video, how do people find that YouTube?
At WHUP Pass the Hat. Whoop Pass the Hat.
Probably have 600 of videos from the best in North Carolina, regional and local
Yes.
songwriters, everybody, Abigail Dowd, everybody that you've
All
come
the
to
cool
know and
kids.
love here. And Robbie Phillips will be out there shortly after the show concludes tonight.
Yeah, one of the cool kids now.
And you can tell everybody who's been enjoying Robbie's fine music, as we have very much this evening, to get out there and can look at that anytime. If they can't sleep, go watch Robbie. He'll put you to sleep.
And if folks want to know more about Robbie, where can they find that?
Facebook.
Facebook, Robbie Phillips.
Yeah, easy to find.
And you can go out if you find that there's multiple Robbie Phillips out there, you can go out to the WHUP Pass the Hat, the Whoop Pass the Hat Facebook page. We've got a link right there.
2 B's, 2 L's, 3 I's. That's a lot of repeated letters.
Right.
If we were in a hurry, we could condense that.
Get rid of those extraneous letters.
Oh yeah, man. Well, everybody, now you've had time to move away from the radio and find the live stream. And Robbie, we're back and running and just enjoying this time with you so much. So what do you have for us next?
Oh, the next song, I have to say, the Chocolate Man sponsor. I love nothing better than chocolate. That's amazing. That's so cool.
That's that for Amy, of course.
Oh yeah.
Good save, Kurt.
Yeah, that's so cool. The next song I have is just it's a simple, most of the stuff I write is very simple, but I came up with this one night. It's called, I call it Lift, but it's just about people that hold you up, people in your life that hold you up. You know,
We all have those.
yeah, and the lyrics are simple and the chorus is simple, but I just kind of like it and it stuck with me. So it's called Lift. Sometimes when I'm feeling bad, you lift my head above the water like no one ever had. Sometimes when I'm drowning in myself, you lift my head above the water like no one else. So won't you lift my head above the water so I can breathe? Won't you lift my heart a little higher and watch it beat? Take my love and hold it a little lighter. Take my soul, make it a little lighter. Won't you lift my head above the water so I can breathe? Won't you lift my heart a little higher? Watch it. Take my love and hold it a little tighter. Won't you take my soul, make it a little lighter? Won't you lift my head above the water so I can breathe?
Really nice, really timely, Bob.
Thank you.
That was that belonged on our opening of the show playlist.
Robbie, you've said several times that you repeat the same chords over and over in your songs, but I've noticed now 3 times at least that that's not all that happens. There you went. Some people call it adding a bridge or something. You went to a minor.
Yes, sir.
There, after you're repeating those major chords, they're really nice, and we're sort of floating along with them. But then, so when you go to that bridge or that change or a B part, some people would call it, you do that on purpose. Like as you're writing your song, you're thinking, well, maybe I need to go a little bit somewhere else. Is that what happened?
Absolutely. I'm like, I got to mix it up. I got to do something different.
That was really effective in that one.
Well, thank you very much. Normally, it's a minor chord because I just want to throw like a sad,
But then you
part
bring
there,
us
sad.
back. Then you brought us back. It's real nice.
Speaking of bridges, Robbie, how are you feeling now? Right now, in this moment.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I was so nervous when I got here. Never been on the radio in my life, and you guys were so welcoming.
Exactly why I asked, because you did say you were nervous when you got here, and a lot of people are. They've not been on the radio before. They come in, they kind of wound up tight, but that song sounded like all of a sudden you were just here. You were chill.
Oh,
you were in the
man.
room and just hanging out, and it
Thank you.
felt like almost like a transitional moment to me with the headphones on. It was good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's one we were talking earlier about. You said, there's songs that you work on, or songs that, or do you ever think you finish one? And that song, I don't feel like it's finished. You know what I mean? I feel like it could go somewhere else. But for now, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
It is possible to wreck a song that's just fine how it is. So beware.
Good advice.
Sometimes you
Good
can
advice.
go in and just soon
You
mess it up
tweak too much.
and fix it.
Yeah.
Well, Robbie, listening to this music, and really, we've had thousands of songwriters on here, and we like everything that comes in the door. But
No, we don't. We don't like everything.
Yeah, we do.
we try to.
Except maybe
Easy now. Don't say it.
that bagpipe band that we.
All bagpipes and trumpets.
Well, but a lot of the local songwriters are really motivated to record and to share their music, and that used to cost tens of thousands of dollars and no longer does it. We have a lot of friends with small studios in their houses that share theirs. Pete Posey is one. There are a lot. Abigail Dowd would know everybody, and so it's I believe, for what it's worth, it's time to capture some of these
Oh yeah.
in a more official way. You've come to know a lot of other musicians. You could bring them in to help you, and you might not feel that you're ready, but at some point you will. And so just a little sort of nudge that, keep thinking about that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I do have a handful of songs out on several different platforms. One of my best friends in the world, Dave Andrews, he has a little studio in McLeansville, and we recorded some stuff and put it out, like DistroKid, they put it out on all of the platforms. And I've got like 7 songs out. But all those songs are old songs, and most of the stuff I've played tonight I wrote in the last 6 months.
And it's great
and
stuff.
I don't have that on tape yet, or whatever they call it.
Right.
It's not tape anymore,
So it's a
But,
deal.
well, thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. But everybody, you don't have to wait for the record to come out.
We got more coming up right now,
Yes, sir.
don't we, Robbie?
Sure. All right, this next song I wrote it's for some reason all my songs I stick with like one-word titles, but this song is called Rise, and it's about like when you're kind of dating someone and they come over to your house but they have to leave because they have responsibilities and you don't live together and you just I don't know, after they leave you kind of go crazy. I don't know. That's what it's about. This song is called Rise. Girl, it's getting late, so pick your clothes up off the floor. It breaks my heart to watch you dress. Let me get the door. Take a ride and flash your lights. Let me know you made it home. I know that I'll survive the night. I've died 1,000 times alone. Life is just a temporary season. Love's just an illusion without reason. Who am I to think that life can smile on my face? Took so long to kill the child that occupied this hollow space. He stabs me in the back again to let me know he's still around. Maybe I will find some peace when my bones are in the ground. It's just a temporary season. Love's just an illusion without reason. Thanks, Phillips.
More Robbie Phillips live here in the studio. And thanks for letting us know when that song ended by giving us that little stinger. Makes it so much easier for us here in the studio.
Cool. I'm learning.
Robbie, it's a good sounding guitar. It is a Martin. You said you've had this just for a little bit?
Yeah, I got it November 29th last year, and I've wanted a real Martin my entire life. I mean, 50 years. And
It's a smaller body, maybe a triple aught or something like that?
It is. It's a 0028.
Yeah, nice.
And it's like the Eric Clapton model, except it doesn't have the V-neck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got like some sort of modern profile, but it's just the best sounding guitar I've ever had.
And as we were sitting here before the show, you were messing around with the tuning, and so how do you have that thing tuned?
It's a full step down.
Full step down.
Yeah, I have a hard time singing in standard like 440. I sound like a dying dog at the end of the night, you know. And so it's just easier for me to sing a step down.
Well, the guitar sounds really good down there.
It sounds great in my headphones, too.
Yep.
Thank you.
So, Robbie, we've talked about your learning to play guitar at a very young age, joining your grandmother in church, and starting to write songs when you were 18 when you first left the house. And then all of a sudden we jump forward to the past year and a half or so when you've written all the songs you played for us tonight.
Yeah.
What happened in all those intervening years? We know you were playing music still occasionally, at least a little bit, because we know you have some songs that you've recorded that are out on the various streaming services. But what were you doing with your musical life?
There was always a guitar propped up in the corner.
Just calling out to you or shaming you or whatever?
Yeah. No, just sitting around playing to my dogs or out on the back porch to the neighbors or something like that. But I don't know. It was just, I feel like I almost woke up at 50 years old. I feel like
Sure.
I was asleep from, I've heard this quote that say, most men die at 38 and are buried at 80 or something like that. I don't know if I have the numbers right, and
Yeah, but I
almost
get the
feel
metaphor, the concept.
Yeah. I almost felt like I was just asleep for 30 years.
That does happen.
Yeah.
Nice thing about playing for the Dogs, they like everything you
They
do.
do.
That's,
They do.
That's because you're throwing them treats now and then.
well, there's that.
Thanks for being a good audience. Here's a treat.
Well, we're really glad that you got kind of rejuvenated with your music
Yeah,
over the
thanks.
last period of
Lucky for
time,
us.
especially over the last year. And it's when we talked about, I don't know if we first talked about playing across the street at Yonder or how we connected, but it's when I heard your stuff, I said, this guy would be perfect for the radio show.
Yeah, that was a good call.
So,
Thank you, guys.
we have a thing that Amy's going to do, but we have time, probably, Bob, for one song and then
We'll see.
that one.
Yeah.
All right.
So now is not the time to play that 11-minute song.
Gotcha. Okay. I have to do this one. I wrote this one when my mom died. The night I found out my mom died, I went straight into my basement, picked up my guitar, wrote this song.
Wow.
I have to talk about this. It's taboo. Mental health is real. People don't talk about it.
Oh, amen.
It's taboo, but you need to have the conversation. If you know something's wrong with somebody, reach out to them. It's very important to me. Mental health should be talked about more than, baseball season or football season. It's crazy. I don't want to get too deep, but it's important to me. But I wrote this song the night I found out that my mom passed, and I really get more reaction from this song than anything else I ever play. I've had grown men, 300-pound bikers come up to me with tears in their eyes and say, hey, man, I love that song.
Awesome.
And that makes me feel great, that I moved them that way.
And let me throw out there, you did say if you know someone's going through a tough mental health time, reach out to them, talk to them, absolutely. If you are going through a tough mental health time, you can pick up the phone and just dial 888. That is a fantastic resource. Just pick up the phone and call. You will find someone good to talk to who will help. I'm sorry, I had to interject that because you said it.
I'm glad you did, because I don't know how to do this. I feel nervous talking about it, but I just feel like it needs to be said.
It does.
It really does. You might save a son or a brother or a husband or a mother.
Right.
Reach out. There's nothing wrong with talking about it. You have to have that conversation. But I wrote this song for my mom. I think Mom's here with me because my guitar is like way out of tune. If I could tell you how much I miss you, would you believe it? Could you conceive it where you are? And if I could tell you how much I love you, would you believe it? Could you conceive it where you are? Ever since you left, I can't think about nothing else. So I've been talking to the clouds, I've been looking towards the sky, staring straight into the sun, but it doesn't burn my eyes. And I've been wide awake at 3 a.m. wondering why I never got the chance to say goodbye. We had some good times. What do they mean now? Looking back, I guess they were just too far in between somehow. We had our bad days. I said a lot of things I wish I hadn't said. I'm so glad the last time I heard your voice, you put all that tension to bed. Ever since you've been gone, all I feel's alone. So I've been talking to the clouds, and I've been looking towards the sky, staring straight into the sun, but it doesn't burn my eyes. And I've been wide awake at 3 a.m., wondering why I never got the chance to say goodbye. 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 That's all I got, fellas.
Robbie Phillips live here on Pass the Hat. That was a fantastic song to end on.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That song means a lot to me.
Now, you've alluded to a guest here in the studio who I think is going to join you now. Can you give an introduction?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys. This is my person. This is Amy Gordon, and she's been working on this concept called Coming Out Gray for years, and it's just a modern transmission of transition. And I think it's opposing the laws of nature, opposed to how we've been nurtured. We've been taught that life is lines that divide, but the only side is inside. It's like the world forces you to choose sides. You don't have to choose sides. There's a middle. Neutrality is a position, and she says it way better than I do, but that's what it means to me. So,
But the other side is evil, and they must be beaten down. I thought we all knew this.
But you think that it's light and dark, light or dark, but it's light and dark. You know,
You can't have one without the
can't
other.
have the day
It's
without
true.
the night. Yeah. Oh, I'm so unbelievably honored to be here and to follow that ridiculously beautiful song.
Amen.
thank you very much. It means a lot to me.
Thank you for making the music, speaking the words, and transmitting it. Thank you, WHUP, for having me. My concept is called Coming Out Gray, and it's kind of an interesting, very esoteric idea of really, really how we're aging, you know. Our generation is, I call the mid-centuries, and it's the middle. We're kind of in the middle of our parents, our children, and it's an interesting place to be, and not one that's really recognized as, it's just a place you want to get out of. So here we go. I'm going to read it. And eventually, I'm planning to do it. It's a whole spoken word with projection. It's like a big thing. So I'm so humbled to be able to transmit it here now. Ready, Robbie?
You just tell me when to hit it, man.
Hit it.
All right.
I'm coming out gray. I'm in transition, and I'm coming out gray. Gray is a mixture of black and white, the liminal space between the dark and the light, the fence amidst the left and the right, the grace in the middle of what's wrong and what's right, the space between all the separation we've seen. And I'm illuminating an intervention to set our intention to the grace of transition as we evolve to our highest position. But divisions got our attention. pro-life or not, the vaccine you have or haven't got. Don't date your mate, carry a gun. Those who ain't got and those who got some. All these differentials abort our potentials. And this ain't how we're supposed to be. And why do we accept this polarity? Patterns got us on a roll. Along the lines, we lost our soul. This linear idea has kept us apart from the whole. They thought the world was flat, but it's a circle, not a line. I ain't got time to stand in no line. I'm coming out gray. The sun, the moon, the galaxy, the cells of the body. I'm coming out gray. Lines circle to insanity. The politics of what we say, we've all gone crazy. You know where I'm going? I'm going where the action is intrinsically the transformation to unity. The space is the grace between the two sides. That's where the cell divides, where the opposition intersects and collides, where all the prophets have described. This unknown species holds both sides. It holds both sides. From beginning to end, the sound of hello is the sound of amen. Because the space between birth and death is living, but the secrets have been hidden and the truth forbidden. And we've been taught to pick sides and then told we'll lose if we don't choose. They lied us apart, but we just ricochet. They tried to force us to leave, but there ain't no way. Nah, must stay. I'ma stay in the gray. I'm coming out gray. I'm coming out gray. What are you? Nothing, I'll say. Label me negatively, 'cause neither either way, I'm everything, baby. Fly your flag, your middle finger, my compadre. Free will, totally. I'm on a higher frequency. It's a lot. We're all tied in a knot and too confused to untangle and too overwhelmed with the angle. Got the gray matter infection on tangents of political correction and not breaking through the intersection with no beeping clue of direction. Where do we go now? What do we do? Everybody's got their own point of view. Do we stay or go? Do we hold on or let go? Do we surrender or manifest? Spit it out or digest? Are you peace or the sword? Oh my Lord. All the pressures to be, all this judgment's just beep. Edges of extremity are far from sovereignty. So go ahead and fry me up on your griddle. Play your pity fiddle. You can't push me off my center, so I'm just balanced in the middle. Knock me off? There ain't no way. Nah, I'ma stay. I'ma stay in the gray. Because gray is the plus or minus on the battery. The connection is electricity, the law of energy. The X and the Y birthed humanity. It's positive and neutral in the center of the atom scientifically. The outer rim holds the charge of negativity. This is the gray. She, her, he, him, those, them, they. Transition to neutrality, to a place of grace. I really want us to understand that gray is not defined as riding the fence or taking a defense. It's not lukewarm or people-pleasing or ass-kiss-teasing. Gray is redefined as an actual neutral charge, my friend. It's not either or, it's and. It's and. Thank you.
That was awesome. That was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
It's we were talking about it, and you know, it's not, maybe I'm not for everybody, but it will resonate hopefully with some people,
Oh, absolutely.
because life is not a line. We think that death is the end, and it's not. It's a circle. And these lines that we were taught in math and everything, it's not linear. It's a circle. So just circle back to just for a second of some peace and grace inside.
Well, even our mathematicians and physicists will tell you there's no such thing as parallel lines.
Yeah.
Parallel lines are
Yeah.
a logical construct, but they can't exist in nature anywhere.
Right. Everything is circular. So these
Yep.
these divisions and the polarities are really just a man-made construct, and somehow we believed them. And I want to break that down and just say I'm great,
Thank you.
and I'm grateful for the time.
Well, y'all, we have spent a wonderful hour with Robbie Phillips and Amy
Gordon.
Gordon. I'm sorry. If you are just catching the end of this, you can catch the entire live stream as a video, no longer live, on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at What Pass the Hat, at WHUP Pass the Hat. But now is the time of the show where we transition from live performance to listening to a playlist that Robbie put together for us. So, Robbie, do you know what the first song on that playlist is, and can you give us a quick introduction?
I sent the playlist over, but I'm not sure what the first song on it is. You guys are gonna.
It's The Eagle's Mouth.
It is? Okay, cool. Okay, The Eagle's Mouth is a friend of mine, Gray Hyatt, out of Greensboro. Fantastic musician. He's in a couple bands. When We Were Sober, and they're awesome. And this band, from this song, is Folk Not. And the song is about a guy who received a draft notice for the Vietnam War, but he fled to Canada. And the song is about his inner turmoil of the decision that he made, about what courage and freedom really meant to him at an individual level.
Awesome. Well, we're going to cue this song up. We're going to play it in just a second, but we're going to end the live stream now. You folks watching the live stream, the show does not end. It keeps going on. Just come over to WHUPFM.org or FM 104.7 here in Hillsboro, and you can hear the rest of the show. But for now, live stream, goodbye.
Thank you, guys.